It's the story that's been brewing for months, the one that everyone's been whispering about in the corridors of Buckingham Palace and beyond. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, the woman who left the royal family and turned her back on royal duties, is now on the verge of signing what could be the most lucrative memoir deal in history, one that could shatter her marriage to Prince Harry forever. And the rumors surrounding it are as explosive as anything we've ever seen before. Picture this: Meghan, sitting in a luxury hotel suite, phone pressed to her ear, grinning like a Cheshire cat. On the other end of a line is a major publishing house, offering her $1 million advance for her memoir. But this isn't just any book. Oh no, this isn't another feel-good, let's all be friends royal memoir. This is a book that promises to reveal the secrets, the dirty laundry, the behind-the-scenes drama of the royal family like we've never seen before. And it's not just any book deal. It's a book that could make Meghan Markle a powerhouse in Hollywood, in business, and yes, in the royal gossip machine. But here's the catch. Prince Harry doesn't want her to do it. Not because he doesn't want her to succeed. No, it's because the man who left the royal family, who stepped away from his royal duty, and who spent years fighting the media, is now staring down the barrel of a public meltdown if his wife reveals everything. Harry has reportedly begged Meghan to turn down the deal. He's asked her to think about the impact it could have on their family, on their marriage. Do you really want to put our lives out there for the world to see? Do you want to tear apart every moment we've tried to rebuild? Harry allegedly says. But Meghan's not so sure. She sees the dollar signs. She sees the power that comes with telling her story. She sees herself as the woman who took down the monarchy, who fought against the very forces that sought to control her, the woman who has right to finally tell her side of the story no matter the consequences. You see, Meghan Markle is no stranger to controversy. From the very moment she entered the royal spotlight, she became the subject of tabloid fodder. Her every move, her every outfit, her every word scrutinized by a public that couldn't decide whether to love her or hate her. She was praised for her charity work, yet derided for daring to speak her mind. And then, of course, there was that Oprah interview, the one where Meghan and Harry spilled so many secrets that the royal family's reputation may never fully recover. But this memoir, this tell-all book, this is something entirely different. This book would be the final nail in the coffin, the one where Meghan finally exposes the truth about what went on behind closed doors, everything the palace tried to hide. But the truth comes with a price, and Harry knows that. He knows how fragile their marriage has been since the moment they left the royal fold. The pressure, the public scrutiny, the constant drama. They've been under siege for years, and Harry has spent most of that time shielding Meghan from the brutal reality of what it means to be in the royal family. But now, with the memoir deal on the table, it's as if that reality is about to crash down on them both. If Meghan goes through with it, they'll be facing an unprecedented storm. And make no mistake about it, Harry is terrified. Not of the media, he's used to that by now, but of the ripple effect this could have on their lives. The damage to their family, their kids, their reputation. The rift it could create between him and Meghan, a rift he's already struggling to repair. Can they really survive the fallout of a memoir that could potentially expose the royal family's deepest, darkest secrets? Can they recover from the damage this could do to their already fragile public image? Harry doesn't know. But he's not going to let his wife make the same mistake that he did. He's not going to let her fall into the same trap of chasing the money and the fame while sacrificing everything they've worked so hard to build. As the days pass, Harry's fear begins to grow. He's haunted by the thought of what could happen if Meghan cashes in on the royal secrets. He knows that once those words are out there, there's no turning back. They'll be reduced to a scandal. The royal couple who couldn't keep their marriage intact, the couple who turned their family secrets into a best-selling book. But Meghan's perspective is different. She's not naive. She knows what Harry's worried about, and she knows how much he's trying to protect their family. But Meghan sees things differently. She sees the opportunity for empowerment, for liberation. She sees herself as the underdog, the woman who was pushed to the sidelines and now has the chance to finally take control of her narrative. She wants her voice to be heard, and she's done with being silenced by the very system that tried to suppress her from the start. It's clear that this is no longer just a matter of money. No, it's about something much bigger. It's about Meghan finally being able to take her place in the world, as a businesswoman, as an author, as a leader in her own right. She's tired of being the victim, the woman who had to constantly defend her every move. She's ready to take the world by storm, and if that means exposing the royal family, so be it. She's not afraid. She's ready for the world to see the truth. But Harry? Harry can't shake the feeling that this could be the end of everything. The end of their family, the end of their marriage, the end of everything they've worked so hard to build. He knows that once the memoir is published, they'll never be able to undo the damage. And deep down, Harry knows that once Meghan takes this step, there's no going back. He's terrified that the price of fame might just be too high for both of them. The tension between Meghan and Harry grows with every passing day. Meghan is resolute, convinced that this memoir is her only chance to truly define herself, to break free from the shadows of her royal past. She knows the stakes are high, but she's ready for the challenge. Meghan has always been a woman who fights for what she believes in. Whether it's standing up for women's rights, fighting racial injustice, or now, asserting her right to tell her own story. She's ready to push forward, no matter what the cost. But the cost could be more than she's prepared for. Harry, on the other hand, is trapped in a whirlwind of fear and confusion. He wants to support his wife, but he's starting to feel like everything is at risk. The memoir could destroy everything they've worked for, not just their marriage, but their entire future. Their children's future. Their standing in the world. He's already lost the royal family, but if Meghan goes through with this book, they could lose everything that's left. The headlines, the gossip, the rumors, it would be impossible to escape the chaos. What's even more troubling is the way Harry and Meghan's relationship is being tested in public. Their marriage, once seen as a fairy tale, is now under scrutiny like never before. As Meghan's memoir deal looms larger, it's becoming clear that their private struggles are becoming very, very public. Sources close to the couple claim that the pressure is taking a serious toll on their relationship. Friends say Harry is constantly on edge, avoiding certain conversations with men, afraid that even the smallest disagreement could lead to a huge blowout. Meghan, meanwhile, feels more and more isolated, caught between her dreams of telling her truth and the very real possibility that doing so could destroy the very thing she loves most. But Meghan isn't just thinking about the royal family or her marriage to Harry. She's thinking about her future. This is about more than just a book. It's about building a legacy outside of the royal spotlight. She's already established herself as an advocate, a philanthropist, and a media mogul in the making. This memoir would elevate her to the ranks of the world's most powerful women. But there's a dangerous allure to it. The more Meghan pushes for the memoir, the more she risks becoming a pawn in a media circus she's trying to escape from. She's learned the hard way that the press devours people, and she knows that once those pages are printed, she's fair game. The media will take what she said, twist it, manipulate it, and create a story far bigger than anything she could have imagined. She'll be part of a narrative that defines her, not the other way around. And let's not forget the stakes for Harry here. He's already seen how cruel the tabloids can be, how the press can twist even the smallest actions into a scandal. The tabloids have already targeted Meghan with relentless attack after attack, often portraying her as a villain, a manipulative force within the royal family. Harry's been by her side every step of the way, but the pressure is starting to fracture their unity. The public nature of their struggles is becoming unbearable, and it's only getting worse. Meghan's memoir deal, the idea that she could expose even more royal secrets, is sending shockwaves not just through their marriage but through the very fabric of their lives. The truth is, Harry isn't just worried about exposing the royal family. He's worried about losing Meghan entirely. The woman he married, the woman he defended against the world, is now considering a move that could make her even more of a target than ever. He's terrified that this book could destroy her, and by extension destroy everything they've built together. Harry's been through the ringer. He knows what it's like to have his every move watched, his every decision scrutinized. He knows that Meghan, as much as she claims to want the truth out there, will be the one to pay the price. The royal family is not just a family, it's an institution. And the institution of the British monarchy is built on secrets, traditions, and silence. The royal family may act like a family, but in truth, it's a business, a business that thrives on control, power, and keeping things quiet. What Meghan's memoir represents is the antithesis of everything the monarchy stands for. It's a bold move that challenges the very fabric of the royal system. If Meghan opens up about the personal pain she suffered as a member of the royal family, the family won't just be exposed, it will be shattered. And so we come to the crossroads that Meghan and Harry now face. Do they prioritize their marriage and protect their future? Or does Meghan seize the opportunity to become a global icon at any cost? The tug-of-war between them has reached a fever pitch, with each side believing they're doing what's best for the family. But with every passing day, the tension mounts. Friends of the couple say that the divide is becoming harder to ignore. Harry's emotional plea for Meghan to turn down the memoir deal is met with her firm insistence that this is her time. The battle lines have been drawn, and what happens next will determine not just the future of their relationship, but the very course of their entire lives. Harry's worst fear is that Meghan's desire for independence, her need to speak her truth, will ultimately lead to their destruction. Meghan's fear is that if she doesn't take this step, she'll be silenced forever, and the price of silence is something she's no longer willing to pay. As the clock ticks down, the question on everyone's mind is, will Meghan go through with it? Will she sign the deal? And if she does, will it destroy her marriage? Only time will tell, but the stakes have never been higher for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Their marriage, their family, and their futures all hang in the balance as the world waits to see what happens next.